Liar, liar, pants on fire. So this person was the one that I said, go and watch my documentary. He said yes, he would. And then he came back about 2 seconds later with another post, which I've done a video on, showing that he hadn't obviously clearly watched my video. And now he's saying he has watched my video. This is about an hour after I told him to go watch my video. It's an 8-hour video, and within an hour he's come back and said he's watched it. Why lie? You haven't watched it. It also 34 minutes is on Patreon. 34 minutes is on YouTube. The rest is on Patreon. And you didn't sign up to Patreon, so you haven't watched it. Please don't lie. It makes you look stupid. Please, enough now. Just admit when someone's better than you at what they do. Just fine. Okay, no problem. I do. Someone's better than me. Not a problem at all. Just don't lie. It's embarrassing.
Which resulted from these forbidden unions between races were called the Nephilim.
Where do I start on this video? So someone's collated loads of information. So for example, here they're talking about when the Anunnaki bred with humans, they had Nephilim, which were the giants. That part's correct. However, it gives the impression that all their children were giants, which is incorrect. So, I don't know, the whole video's got so much wrong with it, and yet that gets more shares than my evidence-based videos where they don't show any evidence, but mine does. What a world, eh? This person has said on one of my videos that I'm incorrect because this person channels and that trumps my evidence, which is not how it works, unfortunately. So this person then went on to say that white people are from basic Pleiadians. Now, I would normally ask for evidence, but they'll just say that they channel. Now, we have zero evidence whatsoever that Pleiadians were around back 100,000 years ago when the white people started to appear, when the Anunnaki bred physically with the Homo sapiens to create the Homo sapiens sapiens. So where do I go with these channelers that, let's be honest, one of us, either me with the evidence or someone that says what they say is right. I don't know which one is more right. I would always go with the evidence. But what do I do with these channelers that keep coming out with stuff and telling me that I'm wrong? I mean, what do I do, guys?
Should be, in the beginning, the gods created the heavens and the earth.
He's partly right, actually. So Young's literal translation also translates it as gods preparing heaven and earth, not created. So it's slightly wrong there. Now, I've actually gone through it, and you can actually translate it into deities, basically planets, which is what the Anunnaki called the planets, deities, forming and becoming into orbit. So that's what actually Genesis was talking about. Now, that's in my new book with evidence. So if you're interested, I will let you know when this new book's out, which literally rewrites the Bible with the correct wording from the original wording, so I don't add anything at all. So hopefully you're going to enjoy it, unless you're religious, in which case you won't. Oh my God, did you know the first mention of mermaids actually come from the Anunnaki, the ones that created us? In fact, it was half Anunnaki, half fish. Did you know the first centaur was mentioned by the Anunnaki? Did you know the first chimera or griffin was mentioned by the Anunnaki? These are the guys that created us, don't forget, with evidence. That's all proven now. Did you know the first dragon was mentioned by the Anunnaki? And yes, even the Cyclops, as well as hydras and so many other mythological creatures, were all mentioned by the Anunnaki. Guess what? They also created us, humans, and that's all been proven. And if you're ready to learn now that you know all of this kind of stuff, just go to my website, ourtruehistory.co.uk, search for whatever it is that you're interested in at the top, and you will find everything. I am your God. I am Enki. No, I'm the Almighty God. Now, Enki does actually say that he created us in tablets that predate the Bible, but let's pretend there's an Almighty Being. Now, the Almighty Being says, let's create a temple and worship me and only me. Okay, we will do that. So the first buildings that us pesky humans build is not for him, it's for the Anunnaki. Well, that's a bit weird, isn't it? How the hell can they start building these buildings for the Anunnaki when the Almighty God says, worship only me? But anyway, it's not just the Anunnaki. They even build stuff prior to building anything for an almighty being. They build them all over the place. In fact, they build them all in the same places where the Anunnaki were. If you're starting to catch on and want to see all the evidence of this, all you have to do is just go to my website, ourtruehistory.co.uk, type in whatever you want to see, and you'll get evidence.
Absolutely, Tartaria is real, and I'm here to prove it. And I'm also going to talk about...
Congratulations, what you've done is what we already know, which was the Mongolian Empire 500 years ago. What people want to know is, where's this so-called advanced Tartarian race that built all these buildings? We would like to see any evidence whatsoever, just one tiny bit, doesn't matter. Please don't just say, look at the buildings. We need to have evidence that those buildings were built by the Tartarians, these modern buildings with advanced technologies, etc. You don't have that. There is zero evidence whatsoever of a modern Tartarian empire that created stuff and got flooded over by mud. But yes, well done on figuring out what everyone already knew about the Tartarian Empire being a Mongolian empire from a long time ago. That's why they have the maps, etc. Thank you. We are so stupid. Listen to this. These animals don't forget their owners after years. What if every other animal actually has the ability to have almost total recall, and because we were, and this has been proven, created by the Anunnaki, the Homo sapiens, from using Neanderthal and their own DNA to create us Homo sapiens, what if we are the ones that are forgetful because of the genetics that the Anunnaki used, as opposed to every other animal that may have total recall, in other words, a good memory? So maybe we're assuming that every other animal's got crappy memory like us, when really it's just us, because we were genetically created. Did our creator gods have a better memory than us? So is it possible that here, where it's talking about the word forgotten, is it to do with them? Is it to do with the Anunnaki? Well, actually, no. None of these relate to the Anunnaki. They're all talking about us forgetting things that we should have done for the Anunnaki. So I've looked at the word forgotten and forgot and forget. And it's all to do with man, as you see there. So the Anunnaki probably did have a far better memory than us, possibly even total recall. We don't know. Because they created us from Neanderthal and their own essence, as in their own words, which has all been proven. So is that creation of us using genetics causing the problem why we have this forgetfulness? Is that why I can't remember what I just said? Forgetfulness. Interesting. Angels are not what you think. So this video has actually solved it. I'll just press play and you can have a listen to some of it. You can watch the full video on ourtruehistory.co.uk.
Have you ever wondered why angels are not seen anymore? The Bible tells us messengers or angels were seen a lot, chatting to people, going places in flaming chariots. But since the Anunnaki let humans inherit the earth, has anyone seen an angel? No, the ones that do claim they have wings. So let's see where in the Bible these people get the idea they had wings. The Bible explicitly describes wings in connection to cherubim, guardians of sacred spaces, and seraphim, heavenly beings in Isaiah's vision. However, it does not describe ordinary angels like Gabriel or Michael as having wings. Early Christian and Jewish art often depicted angels with wings to signify their heavenly nature and ability to move between heaven and earth.
Anyway, you get the
Winged
idea.
figures in
It's solved.
Mesopotamian
Feel free to watch and learn. Probably the best version of Epic of Gilgamesh out there, where Our True History explains what things mean, where they were, etc. That you can get to from ourtruehistory.co.uk, along with thousands of other videos.
So if you look at the word Yahweh, which as we know is Enlil in the modern day Bible.
No, we don't know that. In fact, it's actually Marduk who is Yahweh, and Jehovah was Enki. So if you're interested in evidence, and I show evidence in my videos, I don't sort of show a still image or anything like that. If anyone wants to learn exactly what I've just said, feel free to go to ourtruehistory.co.uk, and there you will see Marduk was Yahweh and Jehovah was Enki. I'll give you a little clue. All you have to do is look at when the words Jehovah was referred to. It's always the Old Testament. And he did the same things that Enki did. It's just too, it's too easy. But I show all of it with evidence if anyone's interested. The people that uploaded that video are suggesting that the sun is local. In other words, it's sitting there on Earth. Now, anyone with half a brain will know that the plane itself is going towards that direction, and yet we only see the further away camera footage as opposed to it up close. That's because it's not a sun. As you get closer to it, you realise it's not a sun. But that hasn't stopped people sharing and liking that particular video, thinking, oh, wow, the sun's really close. Just think, why didn't they show the close-up footage? Why are they showing it far away? They could have showed the closer as the plane got closer. Yeah, come on, guys, you're not that thick. Just start using what's between your ears, please. I will hold you to this. I want to see the evidence that Enlil was Yahweh. Bearing in mind I've already done 2 videos on who Yahweh was and who Jehovah was. I want to see your evidence. I want to see it now. Right now. Show me.